Hi, I'm Adrien Brody. I'm here with the Brutalist, and these are very important questions.
Do you think the best part of being an architect is the money?
No, I don't think that's, I don't think so. I think, do you want a funny answer, or do you want me to be honest with you? I don't know what that means. I think some architects do very well. But I think my discovery in portraying an architect is the artistry and the goal of leaving behind something indelible and a life's work and a body of work that speaks to not just an aesthetic that represents something that is meaningful to you and makes your mark on the world, but how all of your experiences have informed your creative depiction of these creations that you've built from the ground up. And in the case of the film, there's wonderful parallels that mirror the kind of past trauma of the character and infuse it into the way it's shaped brutalist architecture, and both the kind of gruff exterior and these kind of hollow, expansive interiors, and high ceiling heights for hope and dreams, and all these kind of metaphorical aspects that relate to the character. So I told you it was very hard for me to give you a funny answer if you're going to relate to something with the film. But
On that note, if you were an architect, money.
I'd be all about the money for sure.
As a 90s kid, I have to ask, was it difficult replicating the success of starring in Angels in the Outfield?
You are going for it. It was difficult. It was difficult to live up to that.
I just rewatched it because ahead of the World Series, and it's so fun.
It's a fun movie. I just brought it up the other day because you can laugh about your life when you get older, in a way that you couldn't quite do when you were younger. Yeah, I wasn't a great ball player. I think they were surprised at how little ball playing skills I actually had, but it wasn't necessary for the character anyway. That movie, by the way, got me making beats because I hung out with some kids in the Bay in Oakland, who were producing and rapping, and I grew up in New York in kind of like the birth of hip hop, but I didn't know that I could actually go make tracks, and I started producing tracks with these guys and like learned how to do it and went back to LA, and this was before the internet, and I went and bought out of the Recycler. Do you remember the Recycler? No, you're probably too young for it. The Recycler, and I found some old used keyboard and went to some guy's house and bought it and started making beats, and been doing that for the past 30 years or so.
You were born and raised in New York.
Yeah.
You still live there now?
Yeah.
How was the World Series for you?
I was doing 8 shows a week in London, trying to explain to my English cast of how unprecedented it was, this kind of East-West rivalry, and it was exciting. I was a bit afar, and afar from everything, just with the kind of immersion to the play. But I really tried to score tickets because my dad's from the Bronx, and his best friend from his childhood, who's 80, just turned 80, was trying. His daughter was trying to get tickets, and I tried really hard through all my sources, and I couldn't get them. I tried to get him a pair of tickets to go to the World Series. The Yankee fans, Fat Joe's loving it, man. He brought the whole posse, but yeah, well, good for him.
What would a popcorn bucket for the Brutalist look like?
Like nuts and bolts, extra grease, maybe some concrete chips. I don't know. Largely inedible.